gems, and more. Tune into TRAXXfm, part of the cultural celebration.
Yeah.
In 34 this Sunday brings us the Asia Triathlon Cup. That's what we're talking about. Andy Fu, welcome to the studios.
Hi, thanks for having me here.
Fantastic. Adele, Cheah.
Hi. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Okay, we're going to go to one song and then we'll come back and we'll chit chat with you about the cup, yeah? Is there a lot that people should know about?
Yeah, sure, no problem at all.
Yeah?
Yeah.
In 34 on TRAXXfm, Andy Fu, Adele Cheah. Andy's the race director, Adele Cheah is the technical officer for the Asia Triathlon Cup. Has this been hosted in Malaysia many times?
Actually, the Asia Triathlon Cup was in Malaysia in 1998.
1998 last time.
In Sabah.
That's a long time ago.
That's a long time ago. Yeah.
Right, 1 year before I joined the station. 99.
That old.
Yeah. I tell you, Andy.
just kidding.
Where's the electrocution button? Huh? Yeah. Okay. So, Andy Fu over here. Now, a lot of people might not know about the triathlon, right?
Yeah, sure.
And then there's a duothon as well. Is that what they call it?
Yes,
if there's only two events.
Currently, there's just the triathlon and the aquathlon.
Aquathon.
Yeah, correct.
Wow.
So triathlon involves 3 disciplines.
Okay,
It's
go.
got swimming, cycling, and running.
Mm-hmm.
And then the aquathlon is swimming and running. So in this case, for the Asia Cup,
All right.
it's focusing on the triathlon sprint event.
Mm-hmm.
They've got multiple categories, right? So sprint is a shorter distance event which covers 750 meters swim,
Right.
20 kilometers of cycling, followed by 5 kilometers of run. So that's what they're going to do on the 25th of February.
On the 25th of Feb. Okay, so why is it taking so long to come back here?
I don't know about this question.
Right.
It was
Organizing.
held 3 years in a row in
Right.
in Sabah.
Mhm.
98,
In Sabah, yeah.
80, 98,
90-ish,
99,
yeah.
Okay, don't worry about
yeah,
the dates.
big.
Yeah.
But no, actually, we did have an Asia Triathlon Cup in Ipoh,
Right.
2022.
And it's exciting, yeah?
Definitely.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, what is it that happens that a lot of people don't know about?
Well, for the starters, it's swimming and then cycling and
Right.
then running back to back.
Right.
So you go from one discipline to the next to the next. So
Right.
it's not just like, marathon, you just do the full run and that's it.
Yeah.
Or a cycling race, it's just cycling and that's it. But this is one after the other.
So yeah, these are super athletes we're talking about, right?
I would say so. Mini Ironman, right? That's what you call it. But fast because it's fast and furious.
Right.
Because you've got longer distance events, and this one is a sprint, like I said. So everything happens under an hour. So these three
All right.
disciplines,
Yeah. Okay, give us a scenario in that 1 hour.
I would say like they swim as fast as 8 minutes.
So they start off at the starting
everybody
line.
starts at the swim.
All right. So you start off with a swim
So-
into the water first.
Yep.
Oh,
Into the
nice.
water.
Okay, and then
And then just imagine you've got a line of 70 athletes lined up.
all going bish, bish, bish,
Yes.
bish, bish. All right.
Correct. So 70 athletes will go under 8 minutes or 10 minutes, I'll say, swim. And then they'll just quickly run into transition and switch into their bicycles.
From swimming.
Yeah,
Okay.
from swimming.
While swimming, they definitely got to keep a distance, right, from each other. Is there a rule? I mean, it's hard to.
No,
They
really,
go,
no.
they kind of go all out because they're competing.
Right.
It's just that, of course, they can't be unsportsmanlike behavior.
Oh, okay. No, just like in Formula One, right? If you're following the car in front,
you have your own lanes,
the,
right?
the turbulence and stuff. I mean, the waves must be turbulent with everybody going splash, splash, right?
That happens in the sea, but in this case, it's going to happen in Putrajaya Lake, right? The water is fairly calm.
All
I
right.
can't say that for the fishes, but yeah, the water is fairly calm. But just imagine 70 lanes, all lined up together, just like an F1, like you said earlier.
Right.
Except that once the horn or the whistle blows,
All right.
this 70 can converge into one.
And what's that distance they're swimming?
750 meters.
Okay. And then they get over there and you said switch to bikes.
Yes, correct.
All right. So they're all wet and dripping and stuff.
Yes, correct. And then
Yes, that's
And
right.
wait, what about shoes? I mean, because you start off going there
Yep.
and you swim,
Yep.
so you're definitely not wearing your shoes.
No.
All right. Okay. So then.
so the shoes are all attached to the bicycles. normally.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right.
So all they need to do is just jump on the bike.
It's a slip-on.
Yep, it is a slip-on, depending on what shoes they wear. But yes, it is a slip-on. They slip on the bike and then they go off. And the bike leg is about 20 kilometers.
Okay.
And this happens, it can be completed less than half an hour. So about 25 minutes to 28 minutes.
Just cycling.
Just pure cycling.
All right. And is traffic and all that held up for them, or do they have to make their way with traffic?
No, definitely. I mean, this is a big event.
All right.
It's a
So
big
you got
event.
police escorts and all that.
Yes, that's right. So the roads will be partially closed, fully closed.
Good.
And we have to get a lot of authorities involved in this.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they are all there, yeah?
And yes, they are.
Organizing it is something else, isn't it?
It is. It is a big responsibility, I would say, right? Adele?
Yeah, definitely.
Right?
Good one.
But you're doing it. There must be something nice about it. Otherwise, why do it? Right?
Yeah.
So what's nice about it?
I think it's just the excitement, the challenge of being able to do the three disciplines and then complete it within obviously the fastest time.
Okay.
And I think for the longer distance events, it's a personal challenge. But for this kind of events, 'cause it's really short, obviously you're competing against your competitors. So
Right.
it makes for exciting racing, but also exciting watching, like as a spectator.
So you're organizing it, and that stems from a background being an athlete yourself. Yourselves.
Yes, I would like to think so. Yes, that's right.
So you've competed yourself.
Yes, I have. So I came from a swimming background. So I was an ex-national swimmer over here.
Right.
And then I moved into triathlon. I was one of the elites as well.
Right. So like as if nothing an ex-national swimmer.
Broad shoulders?
Yeah, man, come on. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was like many moons ago, probably before you joined the station. So yeah, that was last time. And then you just pick it up from there, So the passion for sports is still there.
Right.
Although you've been working for a little bit for other people, and then you decided that, okay, I think it's time that I do something for myself and for
Right.
the country and for others.
Correct.
So that's when it all started. So that's for myself. I'm not too sure about Adele. I think
Adele?
yeah.
I think I
Yeah,
wasn't.
fair share as well.
I wasn't athletic in school, but actually, it started off like age group event. I had some friends who say, "Hey, you want to do a triathlon?" Like, oh, what's that? Okay, so we did it as a team,
Okay.
and that's how it started for me. So it's just an age grouper doing a triathlon. But then I became an organizer as well. So I was an event organizer for quite a while as well, and then now I'm actually an official. Actually, so technical official is actually basically like a referee for the event of the sport of triathlon.
Right.
So contributing in that sense, giving back to the sport, being a referee or a technical official.
So she's the one that calls the shot.
Okay. Right. But all stems from being personally involved in it from a long time ago, yeah?
Yes, correct.
And how's that how is it how's the sport actually come up in the country? Have we, gone up leaps and bounds? Are we still far behind? What's the story in that?
Well, definitely still a growing sport in
Okay.
Malaysia. I think in Malaysia there are a lot of people who don't really swim as much, so it's still a growing sport.
It is. It is.
We
Pretty
need more
infant.
water here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we are doing better, I think, and growing because especially if you see now we've got the Asia Triathlon Cup in Malaysia, and this is probably we've got 3 events happening this year. And it's the first one this year, Putrajaya, which is a big one. So yeah, so I think we're really excited that at least our sport is making some bounds, some leaps here and there.
It is. It is. It is. I mean, talking about growing, right? It is growing in the sense that when we started, or when I started at least, you don't see kids doing it. You know? So now with our age groups coming in together with this Asia Cup, so there are 2 events concurrently happening. One is
Okay.
the Asia Cup, which are all the professionals and the elites and stuff, and then you've got the age groupers who are the weekend warriors like you and I. You know? So we've got kids as young as 5 years old taking part.
Small fellas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Small little buggers.
All right. Yeah. Taking part as well. All right.
Yeah, yeah. So they take part, and of course they don't swim as far as the elites and stuff, right? So they
Right.
swim 50 meters, and then they cycle maybe 500 meters.
Don't matter. It's preparing them for big
It is,
time.
it
Yeah,
is, and then they
definitely.
just run like maybe 100 meters or so. So it is a very good experience for kids to try it out. And the good thing is that we're growing the sport. It is still at the infant stage.
Okay.
I think we're heading there.
Yeah.
Right.
a few
Are
more
there
years.
places available for them to go and to seek it out if they're interested? Are schools embracing it? Are things going on?
I think there are some schools that
Okay.
are embracing it, the international schools and things like that. But we do have quite a number of events in the calendar
Yeah, yeah, we
year.
do.
Other event organizers organizing like shorter distance events or different variations of the events throughout the year. So I think there are pretty good avenues for not just the young but the older as well to take part. Yeah.
Right. Okay. We'll go to a short break. We'll be back right after this.
Okay.
I love it. In 34 this afternoon, Andy Fu is race director, Adele Cheah, technical officer. Which one? Race director first. Okay, what does your duty entail?
Well, I'm in charge of the event overall. So I oversee the whole event, make sure technically everything is well, operationally everything runs well, everybody is safe. It is a fair and safe race, like what Adele mentioned. That's what this is all about. Basically making sure the event runs as smooth as possible, there are no glitches.
And you've got to get a lot of people involved as well, right?
It is, yeah. So
you-
I think the team itself, we've got a strong team of about 30. And then we've got 30 technical officials coming on board. And you don't talk about athletes. Athletes are a couple of hundreds, and then you got supporters, and then you've got the safety crew. Like I said, the government agency gets involved as well.
Definitely,
like police
right?
and all, right?
Yeah.
So you're looking at about easily 10 agencies being involved, all the way from security to police to boat safety to marshalling.
Right.
So yeah, there's quite a fair bit of people.
As an organizer, what are some of the most, the tough parts to get by, the nitty gritty?
I would like to say the participants, they're not easy to handle. That's one part of it, right?
Auntie, you stay home, Auntie.
Yeah, you don't disturb us. That's one of the things. But of course, I think the nitty gritty are the small details that we as organizers, although we've been doing this now for over 10 years, we do miss it out sometimes.
Yeah.
Although you have a checklist.
All it takes is one member of staff to just, hiccup a little bit.
Correct.
And these days it's even worse for you because social media and aku viral kan.
Oh, tell me about social media. Yeah, it's a good and bad thing actually. Social media.
Yeah. As long as if they put the right thing out there, okay. But if they give it a lopsided view, then it's sad, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Sometimes we have to be a politician ourselves. Sad to say.
Correct. So race director got a lot of responsibilities over there, and safety definitely, right?
It is.
Participants, what should they be aware of where safety is of concern?
I think as participants, especially in the Lake of Putrajaya, you need a swim safety buoy. It is compulsory, otherwise you won't be able to be allowed to swim in the lake.
Okay.
But for the elites, I guess we've got an exception for that. This being an international event, they won't be allowed to use safety buoy because they're supposed to be proficient in swimming.
Yeah, for sure.
Fast.
And fast.
Yeah.
Fast and furious.
And
I mean,
fast.
8 minutes, right?
Yeah, because we didn't tell them about the fish in there.
Yeah, correct.
The kinds of breeds. Yeah.
So those are some of the safety features that we do. Helmets, everybody must wear a helmet when they cycle.
Right.
Running shoes, everybody must wear a pair of shoes to run. They cannot run barefoot. Yeah, simple things like that, but it makes a lot of difference because I know there are certain events that do not require you to wear shoes.
Right.
So we are a bit strict on that portion. And then running bare torso, nobody is allowed to run bare torso. I know a lot of people with 6 packs, right? But
right.
Yeah, keep that at home.
Yeah.
So you just want to make sure that they are well dressed for the occasion.
Oh, okay. This is the time you can show the other pack.
It is.
But you can't. Yeah. Oh, okay. So all that got to be what do you call that? Taken note of. Yeah.
It is. Yes.
Okay. So I've got some questions over here as well, prepared by Azura. Which one can we go? What about beginners who are interested in participating in the first triathlon?
Well, I think I would say find events that you think is going to be well organized, safe and fair. Like event organizer that has a good track record. That's a good start. And do it with friends. Like I started off doing it with friends, so as a team. So I had like someone doing the cycle, someone else swimming, and then I did the running. So
like a relay, right?
Yeah, like a relay. So you do it as a team. It's fun, and then you realize, hey, actually, it's not too bad. I can do it myself.
Right.
And start short. Like start small. Don't aim for this huge race, and then you tank at it and then like no more ever again.
Right.
So you
okay.
Things like that.
Aim for small little goals, but after you achieve them, get bigger.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
right. That's
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
There you go. So after you swim, you get onto the bicycle, and then you start running after that.
And that's right.
Do most of the triathletes become bicycle thieves?
It does happen.
Yeah, but
They're pretty quick on their feet, aren't they?
They are. I never thought of that, but it is true. I mean, you have to be pretty nifty and fast.
Yeah, definitely. But, okay, all jokes aside, it's not an easy task having to prepare. And our news reader was talking to us earlier, and we said, what questions would you have? And that was one of his questions about the kind of preparation an athlete who has to take part in 3 different, what do you call it?
Disciplines.
Right?
Yeah.
And what is the preparation like for such a person?
Well, for me, right, I think it's pretty interesting if you ask me, because I came from a swimming background, which is just one discipline.
Correct.
So now you're talking about 3.
Yeah, you train differently for swimming.
Yes, but it doesn't mean that the training is 3 times. It just means that you train differently. I'm a coach myself. So instead of training 7 days a week swimming, for example, you'll be still training 7 days a week, but you'll be alternating it with the cycling and the running. So it's not so boring.
Even more interesting.
It is very interesting. You don't get bored so fast, and you do cross training. So instead of just playing badminton every day, so you're switching it with badminton, a bit of squash, a bit of running, things like that.
Okay.
So now you're mixing the swimming and the cycling and the running. So Monday could be swimming, Tuesday could be cycling, Wednesday could be running, and then it repeats itself.
Nice. Are they going to add anything else into the triathlon? As in, and then it becomes what do you call it? What's it called when it's 4 disciplines?
I don't know. I mean, 4? Yeah.
Technically, the transition area where they change over is the 4th discipline.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
You want to talk about the transition as well?
Okay, we'll come back. We'll come back right after the news at 3. Our guest in the studios, Andy Fu, Adele Cheah. Absolutely love talking to them about the Asia Cup, Asia Triathlon Cup.
Salam Malaysia Madani, Kevin Francis with the news updates at 4 p.m. A special meeting of the National Action Council on Cost of Living, or NACOL, to be chaired by Prime Minister Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim, will be held this Friday to discuss the cost of living issue, especially the rice supply issue in the country. Domestic Trade and Cost of Living Minister Datuk Armizan Muhammad Ali said the ministry, as the NACOL Secretariat, has received confirmation from the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security that the issue of rice supply will be one of the matters to be raised for discussion. The engagement sessions for the proposed amendment of the Sharia Court Criminal Jurisdiction Act 1965, Bill 355, are about to be concluded, with the forthcoming report scheduled for presentation to the Cabinet before its anticipated tabling in Parliament later this year. Minister in the Prime Minister's Department for Religious Affairs, Dr. Muhammad Naim Mokhtar, said the engagement session is being conducted by the Legal Division of the Department of Islamic Development, Malaysia. The East Coast Economic Regional Development Council (ECERDC) is targeting 405 hectares of land in the region to be developed as a People's Income Initiative area by cultivating chili using the fertigation method. ECERDC Chief Executive Officer Dato' Baitzawi Cheah said in Segamat, Johor, that the crops are to be cultivated in Pahang, Terengganu, Kelantan and Johor, Mersing and Segamat. The initiative will involve the cooperation of the Ministry of Economy, district officers, the Agriculture Department and the private sector, with Segamat being a pilot project involving a land area of 2 hectares. In foreign news, a passenger was injured when an ATR aircraft was fired upon by the armed criminal group on Saturday in Yahukimo district within the Indonesian province of Highland, Papua. This incident occurred just one day after the same group targeted a Cessna Grand Caravan aircraft owned by Asian One Air at Milawak Airport in Beoga, Puncak district, central Papua. A sandstorm was seen sweeping across Tumushuke in China's western Xinjiang region in a video posted on social media on Saturday. Traffic police officials posted a statement on WeChat later on Saturday saying visibility in the city was less than 50 meters and banned vehicles from traveling on some roads outside urban areas. And finally in sports, badminton, the Indian women's team created a sensation by clinching the Badminton Asia Team Championships 2024 title after edging Thailand 3-2 in a fiercely contested final at the Setia City Convention Centre. And that was the news edited by Mas Elizawati. Thanks for listening. It's now back to the Greenman with Andy and Adele in 34. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free.
Thank you very much, Kevin Francis from Wismar Breatarian for the news on TRAXXfm. Yo, Kev.
Yo.
I was talking to Andy and Adele over here. Would you like to talk to them?
Oh, of
You got
course,
a question?
sure.
All right. Come put on your headphones.
Okay.
Put on your headphones. Adele, yeah, you got your headphone there. Andy, they are cool. You're just chilling over here.
Yeah.
Can you hear? Both can hear?
Yep.
All right. Go ahead, Kev.
All right, so I've been listening to a conversation, right? It's very interesting. So we've got land sports and sea sports or aquatic sports. My question is, at what age can we still try to want to be a triathlete? Because Greenman and I, we've been talking about this. We thought we're going to do one of these races, right, Green?
Oh,
Yeah, definitely.
We've got to give you a slot, don't worry.
Yeah, right after the show, we're going to warm up. Yeah.
Yeah, but seriously, I mean, we talk about not so popular with kids and all that.
Yeah.
But if you're 40 years old or something, something like that, want to make tick the bucket list or something like that, is it something?
Well, if you're not healthy, you'll kick the bucket faster.
But yeah, to answer the question, I think it's very relevant because we've got people coming in to train with us as young as 40-ish, 50-ish. Our eldest athlete with us in the training club is 70.
Wow.
And he used to be a national cyclist.
See,
So- And he's still going strong.
right.
Yeah, sometimes
The
we need
el-
these challenges to motivate us, right?
Yes, correct. And the eldest
Right.
athlete that we ever had in an event, I think was about 76. Hold on a second. And they did a long distance, not the short one, yeah?
Don't mess around.
No.
Yeah. So to
Right.
answer your question, you can start anytime. Just let me know. Your number and I'll get you hooked up.
All right, Green. You go first. I'll see you there.
Yeah.
Right, so you're only limited by your own limitations
That's right.
that you give to yourself, huh?
It is. That's why I think the Ironman slogan, anything is possible, right?
Mhm.
It is very relevant, which means that I guess anybody can do this event. You don't have to be young, you don't have to be old. It comes in all shapes and sizes, and it is very, very possible. You don't have to have any background, although it helps a lot, but it will, I mean, you can do it.
Yeah, you
What
might
is it?
surprise yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Right?
Determination.
Yeah.
It's the determination that you have.
See?
Yeah.
Kev,
Yeah.
you happy with that
I'm
answer?
happy with that, man. Yeah.
All
So
right.
sign up, okay? I'm waiting for you. I'll give you a free slot.
His name is
Yeah.
Kevin Francis. His phone number is 019.
This is going to be the TRAXXfm team.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, TRAXXfm team. Lisha, I'm going to wiggle his way out of it. All right. Okay, later, Kev.
Later.
All right,
There.
Kevin Francis
Okay.
with our news. Okay, you can take your headphones off if you like. Yeah, sometimes a little bit uncomfortable. Yeah. Okay, so right. Okay, so we talked about that. Precautions and all that. Rules and regulations need to be aware of before competing. Okay, question from the paper.
Right. I think he mentioned a couple of them earlier on. I mean, my role as a technical official, actually, we are trained like referees. If you ever watch football and you see the referee with the card,
Right. What kind of training do you have to go through?
basically you understand the competition rules, you gain experience going to different events and officiating, and it's basically being fair and then making sure the event is fair and safe and being impartial. So actually your role as a technical official is actually a referee who's impartial to whoever's taking part, and you're just going to make sure that people are safe, people are fair.
Right.
So one of the things he mentioned, helmet. That's one of the things. One of the rules that are really important. People have to wear their helmets.
Adele's very particular about helmets.
Oh yeah, well, it's your brain bucket. I'm like this. Is my
Yeah,
theme.
correct.
It's
Your brain bucket. I like that. Yeah. So
Then
bring your brain buckets.
I think the other thing that's important to remember as well is just like things like in the elite race, especially like littering is an issue as well. So you can't simply throw your rubbish anywhere.
Definitely
There
not,
is a
yeah.
littering zone for you to throw your trash or bidons and things like that. And then obviously where you wear your bib number.
That's right. You have to wear it in
you
front.
have
Yep.
the bib number. You have to be numbered basically.
Right.
And timing chip has to be on as well because we actually time the event and we use professional timers as well to time the event. So these things are important as well.
All right.
I don't know. I think
What about previous events? What have people been mostly confused about?
confused about number of laps that they have to do.
I think number of laps is one of the confusions.
Why? Why did it have that?
Let's just say if in this case they are supposed to cycle 2 laps of 10 kilometers, which makes 20 kilometers. I think anybody can just count 2 laps. But what if you break that 20 kilometers into 3 laps or 4 laps?
Okay.
By the time you get past 2, it's like
Yeah, like
How many laps already?
correct.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of this, I think if you're not an athlete, is a little bit difficult to describe. When you come out to swim, you will most likely be disoriented.
Okay. Yeah. That's
Most
what I was
of it.
getting at,
Yeah, correct. If you're not a good swimmer and you come out, yes, you can complete the swim. But when you complete the swim, you come out, you won't walk straight.
Okay.
You know, as though you have
legs
drank
will be
something.
like jelly. I can tell you.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Based on experience, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So that's just a swim. And then you've got to take a bicycle and cycle. So what if you're already disoriented?
Yeah.
And you can't remember how many laps you're doing, and did I do 1 lap or 5 laps now? And that's when it happens. So that's one of the confusions, number of laps.
Okay.
I think the other one is going the wrong direction. You never study the map.
That's a Kimi Räikkönen there.
Yeah,
But
correct. So these are just some of the little things that happens during an event.
Right. Yeah. So it's like the movies, when they show you the policeman running and then just taking out the gun and shooting, pam, 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 and everybody drops dead, right?
Yep,
Like it never happens because you're huffing and puffing and you're
Yeah, it looks easy, right?
yeah.
One-handed.
yeah. Clint Eastwood, why you big liar, you?
I like it in those Chinese movies whereby they shoot, sideways.
Sideways.
Yeah.
Oh, the John Woo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. Our guest in the studio today talking about the Asia Triathlon Cup. For the benefit of those who just joined us, when is this happening and what time and all that should they know about?
Oh, okay. 25th of February, which is actually this coming Sunday.
Yes, correct.
It is, yes. And it's going to be in Putrajaya.
All right.
And the elite races, I think 7:40 is the men's race, and then 9:20 is the women's race. You've got the age group event happening after that.
Correct. So all this is happening in Complex Sukan Air Putrajaya, to be precise. And
All right.
if you just Google or Waze, it's KOSA for short, KOSA. We welcome all public to come. It is a free event, so it's not a paid event. Just make sure that you try to be there before 7 because the roads will be closed. Yeah.
Right. But you got other transport modes as well there, no?
We've got bus services
Okay.
moving around,
All right.
and there's still bus services moving around during the event when there's a short break. But we encourage everybody to just take a drive there, or maybe even just cycle there.
Right.
It's by the lake anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
And for those who are interested in taking this up, in all seriousness, for the future, where can they go to? Online?
Yeah, I think you can visit the event. Well, at least the event organizer's website. They have a couple of events lined up this year, right?
Right.
Correct. So normally, when they sign up for an event or they target an event, they have a goal in mind, and it's very specific. Let's just say something in May. So I'll be training for the May event. I'll sign it up first, and then it depends on the event again. Different organizers have different events. We are one of the organizers, and we have our events. The next event is actually in March in Johor.
Right.
So if you're interested in that one, you sign up for the event on our website. If there's an event in
What's your website?
113triathlon.com.
Okay. That's the
Yeah.
one I was looking at earlier. Yeah. 113.
Or if you-
Yeah, it's yours.
Yeah, it
Right, so
is.
just Google that and you get it already. See, it happened to me.
Correct. So signing up by the website, that's one of the ways. And then, major events, international events such as this one, the Asia Cup, it's a bit more trickier. So you've got to qualify for it. And then you've got to go through the National Federation to sign up, right, Adele?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. So you can find out more at the Malaysia Triathlon website as well, or the Facebook page. So look out. So Malaysia Triathlon is the National Federation for Triathlon in Malaysia.
Right.
So that's a listing as well of other events that are happening or taking place by other event organizers. Yeah.
Yeah, so good. Everybody needs to get healthy out there. We need a lot more people doing it. Yeah, come, final thoughts.
It is, everybody.
Yeah, final thoughts, both of you. Go for it.
I think it's a sport whereby anybody can do it. I would strongly encourage everybody to try it because I believe you don't need a background to try it off. Of course, you need proper coaching, you need proper guidance. And my personal advice is, like what Adele mentioned earlier, start small. Don't jump the big gun. And start with a relay.
Yeah,
because you're doing it with friends.
You pull a hamstring or something and that's it.
Yeah, and then
you'll be-
you just start off the first race and then you don't want to do it after that. So that's not what we want, right? We want
Correct.
it long term. So yeah, start small, get good guidance. That's my personal advice.
I think for me, it's just come over and have a look. So if you come to the
Give it a
Triathlon,
chance.
yeah, come and watch the Putrajaya event, and then you'll have an idea what it's like, and then support our Malaysian athletes because we've got
It
a number
is.
of Malaysian athletes taking part as well.
Handful of them.
Yeah.
14?
Yeah,
I think we've
14
got
of them.
14
So
athletes,
come
Malaysian
and support our
athletes.
Malaysian athletes this Sunday.
Lovely.
And then you get a chance to see what it's like in a elite race, but then also an age group race.
Right. Must feel nice, right? Watching everybody after the race and all
It
before the
is.
race. Yeah, before the race, you come in there all handsome
Yeah.
and stuff and you go off looking, but
Somewhat.
there's a different kind of look on that face after that, yeah?
It is very satisfying race.
Yeah? So, and that's what keeps you organizing things like this.
Yes, that's right.
That's nice. All right. So, okay, I look forward to hearing from the both of you again about something else in the future. That's going to be fantastic.
Definitely.
And
Maybe something green.
You never know, right? And eco grow the fastest kangkong or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, kangkongs are pretty nice. Anyway, okay. Andy Fu, race director, Adele Cheah, technical officer of the Asia Triathlon Cup. You can even Google that and you'll come across them for sure.
Yeah.
Right? It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for coming to Trax.
Thanks for having us today.
Yeah.
sharing your time and rock and roll for sport, yeah?
See you again. Ciao.
Thank you.